Hey everyone, this is Kristen Sherry coming at you with another episode of Maximize 365, a year of actionable tips to transform your life. Experience bias, folks. We're in the spiritual growth chapter still, and this is one of my very favorite entries in the book. So, Louise L is our quote today, and it says, "If you accept a limiting belief, then it will become a truth for you." Belief becomes truth, and the belief may have been an opinion. So, experience bias is commonly referred to as limiting beliefs. It can concern ourselves, others, or the world. And these beliefs are usually not rooted in fact. Rather, they're opinions formed from negative experiences such as failure, abuse, or trauma that shaped our perspective. And I like to say that we have a lot of arbitrary rules in our mind that really aren't rules at all. So most often we accept our beliefs without challenging them. So I love asking, who says? I like asking that question. Holding on to a belief as truth affects our actions, and that moves the belief into reality, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So an example of experience bias is telling yourself you aren't smart enough for a job you want or you'll never find love again. So I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I first became a coach, I started in executive coaching, and I remember I had this belief that I had to have a master's degree to be an executive coach, because most of the people that I was coaching at the executive level were going to have postgraduate degrees. So I had my degree in the neuroscience stream because I was going to go into medicine. And so I started a master's program, but then I switched into a new job, and it was really demanding with a steep learning curve. So I took that semester and I never finished, and then I had more kids, and then my older kids were in college, and it was just never a good time. And what happened is, as I got more experience and became an expert in my field, then it started to be like, I don't know if it even makes sense for me to get a master's at this point, because if I was going to get a master's in coaching, I could probably teach in that program with all the experience I had by the time I hadn't got my master's. But anyway, I remember saying to my mentor, who was just an amazing executive coach. He coached pretty much exclusively CEOs, and he had been the board chair of the International Coaching Federation New England chapter. Just very well respected, amazing coach. And I remember telling him my rule, well, I can't be an executive coach if I don't have a master's degree. And he paused for a moment and he said, "I don't have a master's degree." And I was absolutely stupefied that I had said that to my mentor, who was just this astounding coach. And I hadn't even bothered to even look at his own credentials when he started mentoring me, and never even knew that he didn't have one. And he said, "You know how many clients have asked me if I have a master's degree?" Like exactly one in 35 years of coaching. So he was the one that introduced me to this idea that we create these rules. I can't do this if this isn't in place, or I can't do this because of that. And it's completely arbitrary, these rules we create. So that was a bit of a sidebar, but that story always cracks me up. So this idea for action today is to complete the one belief at a time exercise by Byron Katie. I absolutely love her one belief at a time exercise. So what I want you to do in order to do this exercise is write out a stressful belief that you have. I can't do this because of that, or I can't have this because of whatever, or I'll never blank. And then I want you to walk through these steps. Number one, is it true? Is it like 100% a fact what you're saying? Number two, can I absolutely know it's true? Like it's immutable. It's impossible for anything else to be true because it's such a black and white fact. 3, I want you to write down, how do I react when I believe this thought? When I start to believe this thing, I'll never blank, or I can't because of whatever, what's the way you react? Journal that out. And who would I be without the thought? What if this wasn't true in my mind? What would that open up for me? Who could I become? What could be possible? Who would I be without the thought? And number 5, turn the thought around and flip it. I can do this, whatever. But here's an example statement. He hurt me. Maybe somebody said something, stole your idea, like somebody at work did something and betrayed you, whatever. Possible opposites. I hurt me. I hurt him. He didn't hurt me. He helped me. That's interesting. He helped me. There have been times that people have done things that did help me. So one time I got a job offer and I got a counter offer from my employer, and they reneged on the counter offer. I turned down the other job. Ooh, they hurt me. They really screwed me over, right? They actually helped me, because the path I ended up going down when I left there led me to meet my husband and led me to the career I have now. If I had taken that job, I would probably be a dean at a university right now. So, not that that's a bad thing, but I like what I do better. So consider how each flipped statement is truer than the original belief. This is a real interesting mind play exercise. And I'm curious, have you ever done that type of an exercise? Think about how beneficial it would be in today's climate if people actually took the time to flip things around and look at their own experience bias. I think that we would have a lot more critical thinkers in the world. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we're going to talk about temptation next time, which is going to be a lot of fun, and it'll help you in a lot of areas of your life. So let me know in the comments. Do you ever do an exercise? Do you ever challenge these beliefs of yours? Do you have rules? What are your rules? Share one of your rules that you're going to start challenging. Take care.